Hi, your name is Chef?
Jean-Pierre Chalet.
And I understand there's a new, delicious, and simple, healthy, new way of cooking using cocoa butter?
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Well, it's a new. Well, it's really not new. I mean, it's used in Europe since a long time now. But it's cocoa butter. So cocoa butter, it's 100% natural. It's 100% vegetable. So that means it's no cholesterol because it's vegetal, and it's a new process. So before, cocoa butter was used mainly in pastry because it was a big block and would take a long time to melt compared to other fat. Now we have a new system that make it in powder.
So instead of that block, that solid block,
now
you've made it into a powder?
Now we have it in powder. Okay? So that we have, it's powder like that. So that's for the industry.
That's food services?
Food service, and that's for, now we do it for retail.
That's retail?
That's retail.
And your brand is Mycryo?
That's a process. The name comes from the process that allow us to do from the block to the powder. It's mycryosation.
Ah,
okay.
And
that's
the name is the process?
Yeah, voilà, that's the process.
Now, so how do you cook with that? I notice.
So the way to cook for it, first of all, before to start the cooking, you have to realize that the cocoa butter has many qualities before we start cooking. First of all, those apple and pears have been cut for many hours, and cocoa butter will avoid the oxidation of the produce. Okay? So the first thing is, before cooking, we have to remember oxidation, prevent from oxidation. Second thing is it preserves it. So it means it keeps the produce fresher because it's protecting the produce. Can be a fish, can be meat, can be vegetable. It will keep them fresher. So that's the quality before we start cooking. Then after, when we start cooking, the normal process for cooking will be in 3 steps. If you want to cook a step, you have to put your pan on the heat. You have to wait that your pan gets warm. Then you put your fat. You wait that the fat melt or get warm.
Right.
Then you put your produce.
Yeah.
So that's 3 steps. Now with Mycryo, you have only 2 steps. The one step is to put your pan with no fat, and you have your produce. You already have the fat on it, so it's a Mycryo, the cocoa butter, which covers the produce lightly, and the process is just, the pan is hot and you put your produce in it.
Wow, now do you save time on cooking, or?
Well, you save time on cooking.
Really?
Because now I don't have to wait anymore for the fat to get hot, because my fat is on the produce. Okay? So.
What about flavor profile? Does the food taste better, or?
No, you have to remember the cocoa butter has no flavor. Mainly little bit of.
Will it seal in the flavors and the taste of the produce?
What it does, it creates a film around the produce, and it's going to keep the juice and the flavor of the produce inside. It's going to create protection. So as you see, if I can cook a beef. I could put a beef on here, and you will see there is no juice coming out.
Okay, so we're going to get a bit of a demonstration here.
Or the mushroom, for example.
So the pan's already hot?
Yeah, so the pan is hot, and you have the produce around, and you can see your mushrooms, they are not going to give any water. Why they won't give any water? Because the water is going to stay inside, and the flavor is going to stay inside. Okay, you can see my eggplant was being cooked for at least 6 hours now, and then kept the same color.
That's cooked for 6 hours and it's the same color?
No, it has been cut.
It's been cooked since...
No, it's not. It has been cut, not cooked.
It's been cut. It's been sitting out there for 6 hours.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just cut in a slice, and it hasn't changed color. So because you bathed it, you sprinkled this on it.
So sprinkle the butter, as you can see, we have a nice color.
You just flipped it over there, yeah.
So, and you can see the mushrooms, they are not losing any water. They are very dry. So now now we talk about preservation. Now we are going to talk about the saving in a way. You have no other fat in the pan. Usually, if I have to cook a steak of mushroom, I will have to put the fat, and I will have to put more fat than what I need. So now the fat that we use, it's only the fat that we need, just around the produce.
Very smart.
So that's the other advantage of the Mycryo. So you can see my mushroom.
Okay, no water.
There is no water, and I can play with it. And it's on medium heat.
So basically, the juices are in its own product.
Absolutely.
There's no spillover.
Absolutely. So you see.
Wow.
So now the fat.
You were just adding what? Pepper and salt.
Salt and pepper.
Yeah.
Now the fat stay on the produce. As you can see, there is no fat on the pan. Okay, so that's the other.
It's a revolutionary technique.
That's another advantage. The fat stay on the produce. So that we are talking about the basic, because after the utilization, it's endless. Now with the fat, I could have spices, I could have fresh herbs, mix it, and it will do the same things. It just will give more flavor. Okay.
Great. Wow.
So now when I do that, I mean, we all like, let's say, eggplant and mushrooms. They are good with a nice olive oil.
I can smell the mushrooms now.
They can have a nice olive oil too.
Yeah.
So now you don't have to cook with the olive oil. You don't have to cook with the butter. You put it at the end. For example, I do fish meunière. What is a fish meunière? You cook the fish in the butter with lemon juice and butter. And meunière, it means that you have to put a little bit of flour to coat the fish. Now, the fish is coated by the Mycryo, by the cocoa butter, only the fat around the fish. And what I do at the end, I just put lemon juice and fresh butter, and I have a really good fish.
And all the juices from the original food are still in there.
Absolutely.
So you guys have a cookbook that goes with this Mycryo?
We have many recipes, and there is more and more coming. I'm writing a new cookbook now that will be used. That I will use cocoa butter everywhere. But you can see, I mean, we'll give a nice color to the eggplant.
Yeah.
There is no water coming out.
None whatsoever.
The mushroom has no water. There is no burnt fat.
Wow.
And we keep the flavor.
Wow. So for more information, your website would be?
Well, you go to mycryo.ca. So don't forget mycryo.ca, and you will have all the information, and you will have some recipes.
Great. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.